Hello and welcome. This is Azerate, and today I will be talking to you about gifts, gifting system, how to use it, what to gift, what not to gift. This issue actually seems to be very controversial lately, and I hope in this video I will prove that it really isn't. It's quite simple, and I'm sure you will also come to this conclusion once you're done with watching this. Okay, so what is gift sending? First, we have to answer such question. So gift sending is pretty much the main thing, main reason for which we add neighbors in this game, and it's recommended to add a lot of neighbors, obviously, to get more gifts, among other things. So first of all, how to send, how to receive gifts. So you see this icon here. When you mouse over it, it says gifts. You see a number here, and the number tells you how many pending gifts you have. So what you do is just click this icon and you open the interface. So here you can see the gifts that your neighbors have sent you recently, right? And what can you do here? So here you can either sort them. Well, you can choose to show only materials, only decorations, or windmills. Right now I only have materials here, so you can see it. So now you can accept every gift separately, like every single gift, or you can use this button here, accept all, to just accept them very fast and quickly, and right, no problem at all. So this is the first thing that people often are oblivious to, that you can actually accept all of the gifts in like 1 second, right? So let's go back. Okay, we are back at our camps, and let's see how much time it takes to accept gifts. That's it. Okay, this is it. You just accepted all your gifts which you had pending from your friends. So that's it when it comes to receiving gifts. Now the core part which I want to discuss here is about sending gifts, the gift sending interface, etc. Okay, so first we have to click. Here we have, this is recorded on Saturday, right? So we have some selection of items here. So we click the item we want to send, for example, iron ore, and here we have the list of all neighbors that we can send the gift to. And now I want to discuss a couple misconceptions or confusions. So sometimes only a portion of your neighbor list will appear here. Now why that is? Well, this is simply because you can only send gifts to every person once a day. So if I send a gift to 3 people right now, they will disappear and they will reappear on this list tomorrow at roughly at the same time, right? And that's why you can sometimes sort of your list of neighbors can get separated into parts, divided, right? Simply because once, so let's send a gift to Mark Surf, okay? Yes. And as you see, she disappeared from the list, and she will he or she, I'm sorry, I don't want to confuse the gender. So the person will reappear the next day, roughly at the same time, and those people will reappear 22 or 24 hours after they receive after I send them a gift, right? So they are still here. Now, so I already demonstrated that, and you could see that you can send gifts in 2 main ways. So as you can see, you can just pick a neighbor and send a gift to this neighbor. You can pick some neighbors you want, or you can just go to this interface without clicking anything, without clicking any names, and just click this, right? It says select all and send. So many people are confused about this, and frankly the wording is a bit confusing maybe, but it says select all and send, and that's what this button will do if you choose to push it, right? So if you push this button, everyone from here, no matter how many people are there, it could even be 4,000, and this is often the case for me, right? So if you click this button here, all people from here will get a gift. It can be 200, it can be 1,000 people, it can be 5,000 people, even all your neighbors at the same time. If you click this, they will all get the gift, right? Simple as that. You don't need to choose everyone. You don't need to click, or you don't need to do this at all. You can just click this button, right? And everyone gets gifts. You can even see how the label changes. If you choose someone, it changes into send to listed above, and then it will send only to this person. But if you just leave those people here without clicking and click this button, everyone will get the gift, right? Now, the next issue here, you can see there are those three buttons here. So those three buttons are not very, not really interesting, not very needed for normal gift sending, at least. So this button just shows you all your friends that are currently able to receive a gift from you. This button will show you friends who have sent you a gift in the last 48 hours. So as you can see, if I click all friends, there are those two people here. Jakub Gipsz, Kasia Szostak, right? And those people disappear when I click this list, which means they didn't send me a gift in the last 48 hours, which is not really bad because those people were actually added recently by me, so they may not have had a chance to send a gift, right? But anyway, so clicking on this will show all the people out of those people who are currently available to send for you to send a gift. It will show those people who sent you a gift in the last 48 hours. And this list is mainly used by people to weed out inactive players. So you can check my other video about this, how to do this. And finally, there is this last button, which is custom list. And again, this is mostly used with checking inactives, but you could also do it. You can also use it for other purposes. So simply by clicking on this button here near someone's name, you add them to the custom list. And then when you click on the custom list, only the people which you chose to be here will be shown. So I don't know. You could, for example, make a list for your best friends to send them a gift as first ones, right? But this was more useful in the past when gifting was limited, and it isn't now. It is not limited. Okay, so this is not really very useful anymore, apart from discerning who is actually inactive in the game. Okay, so this is pretty much the whole process of sending gifts. I mean, it was I explained some more things, but the whole process is simply click the item, click send, click this button. This is it. It takes like 3 seconds, right? And now I just wanted to show those things to you on another account. So this is my lower level account, and here we have the gifting interface again. So as you can see, we collect all the gifts, one click, done, no problem. Here we choose iron ore, and here we have some people we can send those gifts to. This gift, right? As you can see, only a couple of them sent me a gift because this account is really inactive. I actually don't have anyone except myself on the list, but that's a topic for a different video actually. So once again, now observe how much time it takes to send a gift to all my neighbors, right? And this is it, okay? That's it. And now, as you can see, a window pop-up appeared here. So this is another thing, another crucial thing which I wanted to include in this video, because actually a lot of people are confused by this, right? So some people believe, and they have some grounds to do so. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying it's completely like stupid, right? So there are reasons which can make you believe that those people here are the only ones who are getting the gift. But this is not true. Not true at all. So the people who are listed here are just random 50 people out of all your neighbors whom you sent a gift to. Are you following me, right? So you can send gifts to 5,000 people at the same time, and I can assure you, and we were also assured many times by the devs actually, that all of the people get the gift, all of the people get those gifts, and what you can see here are 50 random people out of those people. So this window does not convey the message that only those people get the gift, okay? So these are just 50 people to whom you are sending the notification on Facebook, but everyone else gets the gift nonetheless, right? So this is actually very often used to undermine the reliability of removing inactive players based on the gifting list, and it's all bullshit. So this window only tells you who you send a notification to. You still send gifts to everyone, not only the people here, and I can't really stress this enough, right? Okay, so that's pretty much it when it comes to technicalities. Now what has to be discussed is a very hot button issue, right? And that is what to send and what not to send, right? So in other words, what is a bad gift and what is a good gift? Some people will argue that there are no bad gifts, which is obviously not really, well, how do I say this? It doesn't really pertain to this situation here because these are not real life gifts. The gifting system is simply the way of mutual benefit. So we add people to send those things to each other. So we want to send the proper things. We want to send things which we will both benefit from, not shit, right? So what should you gift? That's the question, which may seem hard for some people at first. However, it is not really hard. Okay. So the main, very basic truth is that you should send things which people can benefit from and which they can use to progress in the game, to build things, to level up, etc. Right? So this division removes all the decorations out of the equation. Right? So the decorations do nothing in this game. They do nothing. They help you nothing. Even those actually gifted don't help you even with the achievement. You have to buy them yourself. So decorations are completely useless. And you should never ever send them. So Stonewall, for example, never send that to anyone because people will some people may think you are doing this out of spite or you are doing this on purpose even. Some people will delete you simply. And you shouldn't get all worked up at those people and angry at them. Just stop sending those things. It's that easy. It's that simple, right? You don't need it. No one needs it. Needs it. Yeah. Okay. You can actually buy those things in a shop if you want to. So yeah. So let's see on Sunday, for example. On Sunday, actually, all gifts are better, right? But for example, here Thursday, blue wall, again. Never send this because this is not useful in any way, shape or form, not even remotely useful for anything. Really. So the most important thing to remember, never send decorations. So these are wooden walls, stone walls, blue walls, etc. Right? Then there is also the fishbowl. Again, this is a decoration, nothing more. This is not an item, not a capacity item, not a regeneration item. This is a decoration. So never send it. Okay. So that's the most basic division. Some people will also argue that coins are actually at the same level. of uselessness. And they are right to some point, because the coin gift is really low. You only get 6 coins, so this is like nothing. Even if every one of your neighbors gifted you coins, you would get really low value compared to if you get the same number of materials, for example, right? So coins are also a bad gift, and you should never send them. And I know that many people will now think, oh wait, but I need coins, right? I need coins, so why is this guy telling me not to send them? Why is he telling my friends not to send them if I need them? And that's a valid question, very valid actually. And I understand that someone who doesn't really know the game may ask it, so let me now answer it. Again, value of all of those things is multiple times uh, greater than the coin gift. Okay, so consider this, for example. You need to buy something small, like you need a new watch, for example, right? So you need some pocket money for this purpose. Now someone approaches you on the street and he offers you two things. He offers you a small sum of money, like $5, zlotys, pounds, whatever, very small sum of money. And then the second thing he offers you is the newest iPhone, for example, right? So this is pretty much what is available here. This is like a, a sandwich worth of coins versus like a good mobile phone, right? So that's why you should never send coins, as the same as decorations, really, right? Decorations sell for 6 coins, by the way, so this is essentially the very same thing, right? In the end, because you will sell those decorations if you get them, because what else would you do with them? I mean, you can put them in your camp to make it funny or something, but in the end, decoration just equals 6 coins, and this is it. Okay, so the the best thing you can do is to stick to sending materials, and as long as you stick to sending everything else than decorations and coins, no one will complain, or almost no one, right? So as long as you just don't send those decorations, everything should be fine, mostly, right? Then of course, among the remainder of the gifts, some of the gifts will be more useful, some of the gifts will be less useful. This will also be very situational, depending on what the players need at the time. But of course, you can't single out single players. You just have to send to all. Well, you can do that, but if you have a lot of neighbors, it wouldn't be sort of, you would lose a lot of time. So what you want to need is pick the best gift and just send it to everyone. So the best gifts, uh, yeah. So the best gifts are generally materials which are used for building and for the crown decorations. Right. So for example, on this day, Saturday, which of the gifts do you think is the best? Right. So there are two potential candidates as I see it: iron ore and coal. And I would always opt to send iron ore, because coal is available on 2 days instead of one, and you generally get more of it. Right? But then again, people often send coal because they believe it is better, and this is fine. No one will complain. I surely won't complain. More coal, great. More iron ore, great. Right? If you send herbs or berries, well, this is not so useful, right? Not so useful, but again, no one will complain, pretty much. I mean, you will always find someone who complains, right, about everything, but the majority won't find it insulting, won't think it is a joke or anything. Berries, herbs, these are just normal gifts. right? So and the same on any other day. Just to be safe, to make sure that you make everyone happy, send building materials. This is the safest way to proceed. So lumber, right? Lumber again. Wednesday has coal and tin, so one of those two would be the best probably, right? So building materials. This is what people want the most and will always want the most because that's how this game is built, right? And last but not least, I have to tackle one issue which is again slightly controversial, and that is the issue of windmills. So again, some people believe that windmills are bad gifts, and while they have there is some truth that it may be better to send other materials. It's also true that you need to send windmills from time to time. It's not like it's an acceptable gift. It's it's a very nice gift from time to time because actually this is the only way you can get windmills. You can't get them in any other way than from the gifts. And windmills are needed because they give you energy in your camp. So people need those windmills. And those who are claiming that you shouldn't ever send windmills are, they are, well, they are just not looking at the big picture simply, right? What is more, apart from the obvious reason to send windmills, that this is the only way of getting them actually, is that you actually can actually sell them for quite a large amounts of coins. For example, the Atlantean windmill, the newest windmill. Let me check if I have it. Okay, this is it. Here it is. Okay, so one such windmill costs 40 coins. Okay, so you can basically so sending one such windmill is basically equal to sending 40 coins, right? So this is quite good again. So windmills aren't something aren't junk, and some people who are less who know less about the game sometimes position them on the same level as decorations, and this is total bullshit, right? Decorations are not used in any way to progress, and windmills give you energy. Windmills can be sold for nice amounts of coins, or for example, Chinese windmill, also nice coins here, 35 per one, right? So definitely, the windmills might not be the best gift overall, and you shouldn't probably send them all the time, but from time to time, on some days, I don't know, like once a week, sending a windmill is a good idea, frankly, for the reasons which I just outlined. Okay, so this is pretty much it. And lastly, I have to also mention that getting and sending gifts helps you in the present year achievement and in the joy spreader achievement, which are awarded for sending gifts and for receiving them, respectively, right? So yeah, send the gifts. It takes a couple seconds, right? Click here, done, and send good gifts because it doesn't cost you anything. It takes a couple seconds, and you are happy. Your friends are happy. You will not be considered an inactive player. You will be considered a good neighbor, and rightfully so, because you are sending gifts, not only sort of requiring from others that they send you a gift. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for listening to me. This was Azerate, and I was talking to you about the gifting system. See you next time.